Hello. So today in this thought piece, I'll be discussing the five sources of power in the workplace. For this week, we learned about sources of power. And so power plays a crucial role in organizations, shaping relationships, decision making, and overall just workplace dynamics. And so today I'll explain the five sources of power and connect them to uh, personally in my life, how that applies. So pretty much power in the workplace just refers to the ability to influence others and control resources. So according to um, this model, there are five main sources of power. There's legitimate power, reward power, coercive power, expert power, and then referent power. So legitimate power pretty much comes from an official position or role within an organization, like a CEO, manager, supervisors. They pretty much have the authority over employees because of their job titles. Um, yeah, for example, a CEO has legitimate power to make strategies and just or to make strategic decisions for the company. Next would be reward power. So pretty much again, managers have reward power when they can give bonuses, promotions, or just recognitions to their employee. This again encourages employees to work harder because they see a benefit for their efforts. Next would be coercive power. So this is pretty much the opposite of reward power, where it's pretty much based on the ability to just punish or discipline. So a supervisor who can fire, demote, or just reprimand employees wields coercive power. However, the excessive use of coercion can lead to a toxic work environment, which is why it's not advised. Next would be expert power. So this power comes from specialized knowledge or expertise. So employees who have unique skills, technical knowledge, or just problem-solving abilities can influence others. So for instance, someone, let's say in IT, if they're an IT specialist in a company, they may have expert knowledge or expert power when handling cybersecurity threats. And next, finally, would be referent power. So this pretty much is based on personal characteristics. So charisma, ability, and trustworthiness. It also has to do with your relationship with the individual. So people with referent power influence others because they are they're admired or respected. And for example, a well-liked team leader, for example, can inspire colleagues to follow their vision without needing, formal authority or anything like that. So for me, one of the best examples of expert power that I personally experienced is through my grandmother. She was a nurse, and anytime I had a medical question, a concern about my body, or if I was feeling sick, she was the first person I'd call because she knows so much about that. And so no matter what the issue was, whether it was weird symptoms or I was experiencing something or just needing some sort of reassurance, she always had the knowledge to guide me. So I trusted her advice because she had all the years of experience. And even though she wasn't actively working in the hospital anymore, her expertise still carried a lot of weight, and just a huge weight. So this is kind of what makes expert power so influential. It doesn't come from a title or just a position, but from knowledge and experience. So watching how much I relied on my grandmother's expertise just kind of made me realize how valuable it is to have someone who truly knows what they're doing and what they're talking about. And so just to conclude, understanding the five sources of power in the workplace helps us navigate professional relationships and improve leadership effectiveness. So, whether that power comes from, position, expertise, rewards, or personal influence, using it ethically and wisely is key to fostering a positive work environment.